Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chicago Bears.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach, Ben Johnson, calling plays and designing the offense.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
What is that?
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To the air, Williams eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Williams. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they finally get their chance on offense, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now runs straight ahead with one. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Warren will try the right side. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
6 yards.
Andrew Billings in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
But we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And to the left side here, Wilson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
319.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Steelers 7.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What is up?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Williams. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Torrey Taylor in punt formation for the Bears.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets them 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Rodgers completes Austin here over the middle. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
He came very close to absolutely destroying their defensive strategy, didn't he? Broke some tackles and came very close to picking up a first down. They've got to wrap up better.
Indeed, but they were able to get him down before that marker. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
1st and 10 at the 44.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Working out of the gun, Williams. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Williams. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On to give. It's Warren. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
extra point now by Boswell. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Bears down by 11, a little over a minute and a half remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Williams throwing to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bears first down.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at their 49.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Williams going to look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Santos' kick is up and through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
319!
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.